Hi, everybody. This is Tim. I'm with the My Safe Florida Home Program. I am the Outreach and Education Director, and I am privileged to be joined by Mr. Ed Baldwin. Ed is the CEO and founder of ProfileGorilla, based here in Florida, and he is going to talk to us today about Florida retrofits and roofs. Ed, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, take it away. Tell us about it if you don't
Sure.
mind. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, so just to give you a little context, I'm the founder and CEO of a company called ProfileGorilla, and what we do is we help protect homeowners so that they have a better choice when it comes to picking a contractor, whether it's to do repairs on their home tied to, let's say, a hurricane, or even better, if they're doing upgrades on their home to prevent damage that might occur from a hurricane. We help ensure those contractors are licensed, insured, and background checked, and just really qualified to do a great job for the Floridians, especially with their home hardening projects. So today, what we're going to largely talk about is obviously a big part of the My Safe Florida Home program are the upgrade features that qualify for the grant program. And what you'll quickly identify in the program is that a majority of those upgrade features are associated to the roof. And so the roof is important for a lot of reasons. One is really the roof provides the ultimate protection of your home if a hurricane or a large windstorm comes through. But it's also, if that roof is not in the condition or at the hardening level needed, it can create a lot of damage, both in a wind event. But if there's an ultimate damage to your roof, then significantly more damage can occur to the interior of the home, which really, is not a good situation for the homeowner. It could create a lot of disruption. So today, what I really want to focus on is when you go through the grant program in My Safe Florida Home and you're working with your contractor, you have choice on what you want to get done as long as it qualifies for those upgrades. But I wanted to focus on why prioritizing the roof makes sense. And it makes sense for a lot of reasons, but the one we're going to talk about right now is financial sense. And so all Floridians that have insurance in the state of Florida have what's called a hurricane deductible. And if you read your big, huge policy, package that your insurance company gets you, there's usually a page near the front that identifies what your hurricane deductible is. And for most Floridians, it's between 2 to 5% of the amount that's insured of your home. The average cost of that coverage in Florida is around $400,000. Now, obviously, there's some parts of Florida where that number could be significantly higher. There's some parts of Florida where that number might be lower, but that is the average across the state. So if you look at the percentages, if a hurricane were to hit your home and you filed a claim with your insurance company, you as the homeowner would be responsible for the first amount of money that goes towards the repairs before your insurance kicks in and covers the rest. So if you look at these numbers, you can see that if a hurricane hits your home, if you're at the 2% hurricane deductible level, the first $8,000 of that claim you would have to pay as a homeowner, and it just goes up from there, all the way up to some people have around 5% hurricane deductible, and you would owe about $20,000 before the insurance pays out on that claim. Where that's really important as it pertains to the My Safe Florida Home program is if you look at the average cost to replace your roof with the hardening features in Florida, smaller homes is around $12,000, medium-sized homes around $18,500, and large homes around $25,000 or more. And so when you look at how much you would owe in a hurricane deductible compared to the cost to replace your roof, and then you take that cost to replace your roof and you subtract the $10,000 that you can qualify for through My Safe Florida Home, it becomes a very, very, very smart decision, because once you replace your roof with those hardening features, realize the reality and the likelihood that a hurricane damages your roof significantly drops, which means these deductibles largely don't come into play anymore. And so when you compare the numbers, you can see that to protect yourself financially, prioritizing the roof from a financial perspective makes a huge amount of sense in just doing the numbers. And these are numbers that your insurance agent can also review with you. So if you want kind of a more one-on-one dedicated support on what's my hurricane deductible, how much would I have to pay, What would it cost to replace my roof? Your insurance agent's also a great resource to dive into that more. And then we talked about the $10,000 grant. So if you look at the grant itself, there's another huge financial benefit for you as a homeowner, and that's with your insurance premiums. Every Floridian, including myself, our property insurance rates have gone up significantly over the last 5 years. And right now to a point where the average annual insurance premium amount is $5,000 a year in Florida. That's a lot of money. The other benefit of prioritizing your roof in the hardening process is that you can get up to 20% discounts on your premium with a new hardened roof with your insurance carrier. That could be around $1,000 a year additional savings to you by hardening and getting your roof in the condition it needs to be. So most of the contractors that service this space do offer financing. So if you're someone that needs to finance that amount, they offer that financing in most cases. And the good thing is the discounts you'll get in your insurance premium in most cases will cover the cost of the financing payments. So it really becomes a smart decision financially. I'm going to skip this and go right to this tab, which this talks about insurability. And this is another big concern of a lot of Floridians, which is, am I going to be able to keep the insurance I have? Am I going to get canceled? Am I going to be able to get insurance with someone else? We call that insurability. And when we engaged over 100 agents, insurance agents in the state of Florida, what they told us was that having a roof on your home that has these hardening, strengthening construction components that the MySafe Florida Home promotes, that has almost 75% of the greatest impact on your ability to stay insured, and then if you ever need to change insurance, get insurance with someone else. What ends up happening is the roof quality, the condition of that roof on your home, is becoming the largest factor in homeowners getting their insurance canceled because the roof is now out of good condition or aged out, right? 15 years or older. So not only are you getting all these financial impacts on the front side with the program, but it also kind of locks in your ability to keep your insurance with your current carrier for the long term. And along with the premium discounts, really becomes a smart decision. So when you look at all the things you can pick, you can absolutely say, okay, well, what can I buy for $10,000? Maybe I'll get shutters, or maybe I'll get a window or two. That might seem like that's the right choice, but what we're here to try to advise and coach on is when you look beyond that and look at protecting your home, protecting your financial state, and protecting your ability to keep your insurance in an affordable way, prioritizing the roof really does have the largest impact on those decisions. So opening protection is important. Those things do benefit, but we're just saying the roof prioritization should be something you strongly consider. So hopefully that helps. Tim, thanks for having me. And if there's anything else we can do to support you and the Floridians going through the program, please let us know.
Ed, thanks very much for giving our audience an overview of the importance of keeping your roof on. And thanks for joining us. And we'll look forward to talking to you again soon.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for listening.